Have you ever noticed your dog gently turn their head away when you look at them for a little too long? It's a small moment, almost easy to ignore, yet it often leaves people wondering if they've done something wrong. We're taught that eye contact means connection, honesty, and affection, so when a dog avoids it, the silence can feel confusing. In this episode, we're going to slow down and explore what that moment truly means from the dog's point of view. The human meaning of eye contact. For humans, eye contact is emotional glue. It signals attention, interest, and often love, and we grow up learning that meeting someone's gaze is polite and reassuring. Because of this, we instinctively offer eye contact to our dogs as a sign of closeness and care. But dogs did not evolve inside human social rules, and the meaning we assign to staring does not translate the same way in their world. How dogs interpret a stare. In canine communication, a sustained stare is rarely neutral. Among dogs, prolonged eye contact can signal tension, challenge, or uncertainty, depending on the context. Even when no harm is intended, a stare carries intensity that dogs are wired to notice. So when your dog looks away, they may be responding not to you personally, but to the emotional weight of the gaze itself. Looking away as a calming signal. One of the most important things to understand is that looking away is often a calming signal. Dogs use these signals to prevent conflict and keep interactions emotionally smooth. By breaking eye contact, your dog is saying, "I'm not a threat, and I don't want tension here." This is not avoidance, it's social skill. Trust hidden inside the gesture. There is a quiet trust embedded in this behavior. A dog who feels unsafe doesn't simply look away. They leave, freeze, or become defensive. Choosing to stay near you while gently turning their head means your dog feels secure enough to regulate the interaction instead of escaping it. That choice reflects comfort, not distance. Sensitivity to human emotion. Dogs are remarkably sensitive to human emotional states. They don't just see eyes, they read breathing, posture, facial tension, and expectation all at once. Sometimes a stare contains curiosity mixed with pressure, even if we don't realize it. Looking away helps your dog soften the emotional atmosphere and return the moment to calm. Bonding beyond eye contact. Unlike humans, dogs do not rely on eye contact to form deep bonds. Their sense of attachment is built through proximity, predictability, and shared calm. A dog who relaxes near you, follows you quietly, or sleeps comfortably in your presence is expressing connection far more strongly than through sustained eye contact. Looking away simply means the bond is already secure. When looking away signals discomfort, context always matters. A relaxed head turn with loose body language usually signals peace, but looking away combined with lip licking, yawning, stiffness, or a tucked tail can indicate stress. In those moments, your dog isn't rejecting you. They're asking for space or emotional relief. Recognizing this helps you respond with empathy instead of confusion. How dogs protect relationships. Dogs are not trying to dominate or control interactions. Their priority is emotional balance, especially with those they care about. By disengaging from intense eye contact, they're actively protecting the relationship from unnecessary pressure. It's a quiet form of respect that often goes unnoticed. Meeting your dog in their language. You can respond to this communication by softening your own presence. Try blinking slowly, relaxing your shoulders, or turning your head slightly to the side. These small adjustments tell your dog that calm is mutual and that no emotional performance is required. Often, dogs respond by settling deeper into relaxation or moving closer. As humans, we're often taught to seek reassurance through attention. We look for eye contact, responses, and visible confirmation that a bond is still there. But dogs don't measure connection through intensity. They measure it through emotional safety, through the freedom to relax without being watched or evaluated. When your dog looks away, they are not stepping out of the relationship. They are settling into it. They are choosing calm over scrutiny, comfort over performance. In that moment, your presence feels steady enough that nothing more needs to be proven. There is a quiet generosity in this behavior. Your dog is managing the emotional space for both of you, keeping the interaction gentle and balanced. They are saying, Without words, that closeness doesn't require constant attention. It requires trust. If we allow ourselves to learn from this, something shifts. We begin to notice how often we demand reassurance instead of offering calm. How often we fill silence when it doesn't need to be filled. Dogs remind us that connection can exist without pressure, and love can live comfortably in quiet moments. So the next time your dog turns their head away, let it be an invitation. An invitation to soften your expectations, to release the need for confirmation, and to rest inside the bond as it already is. Because in the language of dogs, feeling safe enough to look away is not distance. It's belonging. In many ways, dogs offer us a different model of relationship than the one we're used to. They don't constantly seek validation, nor do they demand that attention look a certain way. Instead, they trust the emotional atmosphere itself. When that atmosphere feels safe, they rest inside it. A dog who looks away is often showing that the relationship no longer needs monitoring. There is no need to check your intentions or read your mood through your eyes. The bond has already been established through consistency, tone, and shared experience. Looking away is not disengagement, it is confidence. This kind of trust grows quietly over time. It forms through predictable kindness, through moments when nothing is asked of the dog except to exist. When dogs feel free from pressure, they show us their most regulated selves. Their nervous systems settle, and their bodies reflect that calm. There is also something deeply human to learn here. We often believe closeness requires constant interaction, eye contact, and reassurance. Dogs show us another path, one where connection survives silence, and love does not disappear when attention softens. They remind us that presence does not have to be intense to be real. So if you ever find yourself wondering whether your dog truly understands you, notice how comfortably they share space with you. Notice how easily they relax, how naturally they move away without fear. These are not small signals. They are the quiet evidence of trust, stability, and belonging. In a world that often asks for more, dogs teach us the value of enough. Enough safety, enough consistency, enough love to look away and still remain close. What this moment really means. When your dog looks away, they're not choosing distance, they're choosing harmony. They're saying that the relationship doesn't need constant checking or intensity to feel secure. Safety, for a dog, is being allowed to exist without pressure, and that is one of the highest forms of trust they can offer. So the next time your dog breaks eye contact, pause before interpreting it through human rules. See it instead as a gentle gesture, one designed to keep the emotional world quiet and safe. Your dog already knows who you are to them. They don't need to stare to feel connected. In the silent language of dogs, peace itself is love.